like my light's gone a tad wonky. Just bear with me a sec. Maybe. A little better. I don't know. Maybe not. Hi guys. Woot woot. I'm back. Internet's back. What's going on the phone? Maybe I got a message. I don't know. Maybe I got a notification. You never know. Okay, so let's have a look and see what live chat will appear. What's going on? Oh, there we go. Couldn't even get into my own live chat. Hello, me and Rafi, Desi, Danny. I've got a lot of E's going on there. And Tammy and Jay Paradise. Hello, hello, welcome. Good to see you all. Don't forget the thummies. And yeah, good to have the internet back, that's for sure. Oh. So yeah, morning or afternoon. It could be anything, depending on where you are. Afternoon here. I'm a little hot and bothered. I've been cooking. I made a curry today. We haven't eaten it yet. Got to wait for Gary. So I figured I'd do a live stream until he come home, really. And that way, you know, it's already cooked. I've only got to warm it up. And that'll be it. It's all done and dusted. I was going to drink my Coke, but it's my kind of ornament of my merch. My one and only piece of merch. So I thought I'd better not. Although I've got another can over there, but this one with the cozy on has stayed remarkably cold. I know that's what they're for. That and to stop your hands getting cold and iffy. But really, it's working really, really well. It's been there the same length of time as that one, and that one's, yeah, I don't want to drink that one, but that one is nice and cold. Cheers, guys. I'm having, what is it? Coke Clear. In other words, water. I'm having water because I'm trying to be healthy. Yeah, I know. Who wants to do that, right? But what it is, I drink too much tea during the day, and I don't want to keep going for the fizzy all the time. So I figured, you know, I probably need more water anyway. I don't drink enough. I know I have water in my tea, but I don't think it's quite the same. So, hi Kim. Woo woo. Don't forget the thummy. Sorry if I scream. I'm just a little excited to be back. It's so good to have the internet back. Oh God. It was a total and utter nightmare. Absolutely. You know, we have really got to kind of depend upon it, haven't we? You know, we're hooked now. We're junkies. We're internet junkies. Even us old fogies, I was going to say, well, it's not a swear word. I was going to say the thing that comes out your bottom, farts. You know, but I didn't. I said fogies anyway. But, you know, even us lot, we're still, wouldn't know what to do without it now. Without the YouTube and the Facebook. I know it's not called the. I'm putting that in there deliberately. You know, being kind of ironic. I try. A little humour here and there. God, my hair's sticking to my neck. I've got the fan going. It's one of those not very sunny but really sticky days, you know, where it's not great out, but it's warm. And it doesn't help when you've been cooking and making the house hot. I did put the aircon on while I cooked just so it would counteract it a bit, but it hasn't really. I think I didn't do it early enough. So how are you all? What have you been doing while I've not been around? Because for the last week, I don't know if some of you might not know, I've had no internet. And although I have uploaded videos here and there, I don't think they were getting the notifications they normally would. They didn't have the impetus. Oh, wow. I'm full of well, it's not a big word, but I'm full of dictionary me at the moment. Yeah, they didn't have the kind of impetus to get going like they normally do. And people were saying, you know, they can't wait for me to get back. And I'm thinking, I haven't gone anywhere really, because I'm still uploading the odd video, but, you know. I did do a couple of chats. They took, goodness knows, they took so long to upload. Normal videos didn't so much. You know, if I did a 10-minute video, it would take much longer than usual, but it wasn't as bad. But relying upon my phone's laughable 4G, I say laughable because, you know, 1 minute it says you've got 4G, then it says you've got 3G, and then it says you have an edge signal, you know, and that's just, yeah. And they say, oh no, you've got 4G where you are. 4G stroke 5G. It's like, no way, you know. You can scrub that 5G. There is no such chance of getting 5G. Although, when I put it on Facebook about, you know, sick and tired of not having it now, girl across the road, lady across the road, she said, you know, when I've got my 4G stroke 5G, it's okay, but it doesn't last long. And I'm thinking, does she actually get a bit of 5G popping in there? Because she's a bit further along that way. But then, why would she that way? You know, what would be that way that I'm not picking up? She's only across the road. It just doesn't make any sense, really. It's just awful. And I noticed lately, when I've been listening to myself, that I do have a little bit of a lisp coming on. Trying my hardest to not do it. Now that I'm aware of it, it seems sometimes a little like that. Nothing wrong with lisping. Just, hi Susanna. Oh, sorry. I'm aware that only dogs will hear me if I get any higher. Hi Susanna. It's 10:37 a.m. in Georgia. Well, it's 3:38 now p.m. over here in not so sunny UK. And Gary will be home around 20 past. Sometimes he gets home earlier, about 10 past or 20 past 4. So I'm kind of on until he comes home. And thing is, I normally makes me sound really, really sad, right? But I kind of think, oh, Gary will be home soon. I kind of look forward to seeing him. And then when he gets in, he sort of plonks himself in front of the TV, watches Tipping Point, or he gets his iPad or his phone and he scroll, and he hardly speaks to me. And if I mention it, it's just, I'm sitting there with you, what more do you want? Well, scintillating conversation would be a thing, or just a bit of attention, you know. I'm thinking, oh, I've been looking forward to seeing him, and what's the point of that, you know? Just get the pleasure of like sitting next to someone who's not going to talk to you. But I think he's just, you know, unwinding. Plus he's really tired because he's doing more days this week. And he gets up really stupidly early. I don't think I'd function at all if it were me. So just keeping a check. So yeah, so what have you all been up to while I've been absent-ish? What have you been making? Anything? Have you been doing any crochet alongs or community type stuff? I haven't really. Well, everything's taken me so much longer, so it's probably taken up most of my time. But we had dinner out one day. We had dinner out. I think we went somewhere for dinner. Can't remember where we went. Oh, we had Martin and Cara over here, and Gary cooked for them. I thought we went to them first. Maybe wrong. Life was a blur without the internet. Seriously. So anyway, we had them over for dinner, and I went for a walk along the beach with Gary. When the internet and the power went off, there was nothing else to do. Yeah, so then I went out for another one yesterday with Mike and Gemma, went in the arcades, went on the 2p machines. I won a couple of really cute key rings, which I've got a feeling my other son, Paul, will love. You made a tulip flower in a pot. Sorry, I've got this heart and I can't always see what's underneath it. I thought for a crochet along in a pot. Oh, okay. Whose crochet along is that? I remember Krista from the Secret Yarnery was doing some flowers of sorts. So a lot of people are doing flowers now. It's spring stroke beginning of summer, imminent. Oh, heavens, I've turned all the oven. Well, I didn't have the oven on, but turned the hob off. And it shouldn't be this hot, but I'm really hot and bothered. I think what it is as well, I've been wearing shorts because it's been really, really warm. I've had shorts on, and this morning I got up and I thought, it's not that great. I'll put normal trousers on, and so maybe I'm a tad overdressed. So I've been thinking about making a wearable. I know I haven't made any wearables on this channel. Sorry, not in this channel, but on my Crochet Box channel at all. Not at all. And the first thing I ever made in my life were wearables. So it's a bit weird, really, that I don't do them. But you know, the truth of the matter is, I don't want to make wearables this size. And the more I say that, wait until I've lost a bit of weight, the longer that period gets of me not making any wearables, And when I look at it, I could always undo it, and make it again smaller later on, couldn't I? It would take more yarn, that's the drag, but I figured I want to make myself a little waistcoat kind of cardie. Maybe one with a little sleeve. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have a think about it. But I've been toying with the idea. And I've started making another bucket hat because I didn't really like the last one. I think it was a bit warm. It's the Flower Power Cal by Crafty Moo Sarah. Oh, okay. I haven't seen that one. But then I haven't seen much because I haven't had any internet to see a thing. I haven't been even able to get in anybody's live stream because when people have been getting home from work, which is when most people get on and do their lives, I would then attempt to get into anybody's live stream or go on my phone on the internet, and I'd get that. It'd just go round, round, round. I'd have that, what I love to call the Wheel of Doom. And there was not a chance of me getting in a live stream or doing anything like that. So I've not been able to watch anybody's anybody's content. I could barely get my own on. So yeah, been a horrible, horrible nightmare. You haven't been doing much lately other than caring for all the cats. Max, the sick one, you've been taking him outside as much as you can for him to enjoy the sun and grass. Oh, bless you. Oh, poor Max. Well, my cat got a bit of her nose pushed out of joint the other day because she was out the garden at the time, but when Martin and, I have to say it like Kira, and I'm not American, it sounds weird saying it, when they came over for dinner, she brought Percy, her dog, and he's a Pekingese. He's this big, but he's very, very, everywhere. He's kind of like, jumpy is the word. So obviously he went out, and Fluffy towers above him, and she's massive compared to him. But I guess that was it. As far as she was concerned, she was out. So she must have hid, and I didn't see Fluffy at all the time he was here. So she since then, it's put her right out of sorts, and she refuses to go outside unless I'm trying to lock up at night and she'll run out when I want her to stay in, and she'll just fly outside. But when she was little, she used to do that. She never really wanted to go out during the day, but under cover of darkness, where she feels like nothing can see her because she's black, apart from her eyes, then or one, she's only got one eye now, so yeah, she'll go out. And then I have the devil's own job getting her back in. She's just totally round the wrong way. Everything's kind of upside down with that cat. Maybe I should have called her that, the upside down cat. She has, Gary, he likes to say that my cat has challenging behaviour. Gary has challenging behaviour sometimes. Yeah, but yeah, she actually probably does have challenging behaviour, to be honest with you. She is a bit special. She's laying in her box. It's a lovely day for cats, It's not boiling, it's not too hot. She could go out the garden and sit on the decking and go around sniffing grass, whatever they normally do. But what does she do? She will sit in a box and just look at me and not move. That's all she's doing. It's like, I don't know, kind of really got put out of sorts because Percy was here. Wasn't happy about it, I tell you. Oh, she used to share the house with another 3 cats, but you know, not this one, the last house that we lived in, but even so, she doesn't share at all anymore. So yeah, kind of been trying to catch up today. Finally, caught up with a few videos that I've got to do. I did my giveaway finally, which was meant to have been done Sunday, but obviously I couldn't get it done. And I made a tutorial in the week, and it was for a placemat, a big kind of quite sturdy placemat, and I did it with the Cheney cotton cakes, so it kind of looks a bit like this thing, like these cakes, but bigger. And they're not Cheney cotton cakes, but they are cotton cakes, so they do look, kind of looks a bit like that, only on a much bigger scale. So I made 4, and I've been making coasters to go with them. And I did the right-handed tutorial and put that on. And normally I put on a right-handed and a left. Oh, handed? What's that? What happened there? Where'd the H go? A right-handed and a left-handed tutorial at the same time. But I couldn't do the left-handed because it involves a lot more jiggery pokery, and I didn't have the internet, so I couldn't do that. And so that is being uploaded as we speak, and once it's up, I will it'll probably come up tomorrow now. Put it on for tomorrow. See a few comments come in. What's this? You're still working on rugs for your daughter with the Hobby Rocks yarn. Woo woo. T-shirt yarn and sprinkle pops. Also working on a lap gown for her. I can't work on just one project. I get bored. I've got too many whips. Seriously, Tammy, I've got way too many whips. And I was sitting there earlier wanting to start another one. I went, finish the hat you're making. Seriously, I'm terrible. Hi, Lily. Good to see you too. Thank you very much. Don't forget the thumbie. So yeah, I wanted to do a live stream, and I was going to try it. I think it was the other day. One day, I don't know which one it was, but the internet on the phone was better than any other day. Go figure that. I don't know why, but that particular day, it weren't too bad. One of them was so much better than the other, but I thought, oh, tomorrow then I'll do a live stream because I think they'll support it. Well, the next day they were worse than they'd ever been, and I thought, oh, it just didn't happen, so I didn't get to do it. But I thought I was going to try it and see if I could keep it going on one phone and do the chat on the other phone. So yeah, and I was having a chat with my next door neighbours the other day about the internet when just after it happened really, and Jeff next door gave me his internet code and said that when I'm in the Yarnavan in the garden, he's got his one is opposite mine, but his is in the garden, but mine's on that side of my garden and that's on his side, the other side of the garden. So it's not just a garden apart, it's 2 if you like. So he said, you never know, it might reach the internet. So I said, oh cool, that'd be great if it does, because my internet won't go out there. So I signed in last night and I had like two dots in the garden. I got into the Yarnavan, and I had a tiny dot, but it wouldn't do anything. It just kept saying you are not connected. So it didn't work. I suppose if I've got a booster in some way, it might, because when I first got internet in this house, it wouldn't reach the bedroom. So I've got these little booster discs, and I have a spare one, but I don't know if they only work with BT or if it will work with that and just plug it in and do it. I don't know. Probably not. Probably only work with the BT. Hi, Mindfully Crocheted from Oregon. Those cakes are gorgeous, as well as the yarn behind me. First time visiting my live stream. Well, it's good to see you. It really is. So these are cotton cakes that I bought a long time ago, and I never did anything with them, and I was toying with the idea of putting them in my shop, hobbyrocks.co.uk, but I don't know. They are, you know when you get those kind of cotton yarns where they're a bunch of strands all put together, That's what it is. So they're like cottons, if you like, and they're woven together. But it is amazing, and I like it when they do the colour going into the next colour. So yeah, I did buy those ones, and I bought some mauve ones, which are up here somewhere. But this yarn, I think you might mean, I'm was bought that the other day, and I know the wholesaler now, so I'm thinking of stocking that yarn in my shop. In fact, I found the same yarn by the same manufacturer. They label it under a different name, so I could buy either. It really doesn't matter, but I have them, so I can get those, no problem at all. But that's what it is. But I'm not sure if I will list them because I don't have much to charge for them. So hi Betty, welcome. Don't forget the thummy. You have 3 laundry baskets of whips. Got about the same as I have then. Wow. Hi Tracy, welcome. Don't forget the thummies, guys. Good to see you. And yeah, it's good to be back with an internet connection, which isn't the best today, I have to say. Probably because I'm uploading the left-handed version of the placemat, so it's probably detracting, you know, too much going on my poor little new internet connection. But what's bad about it is that all that time it was off, and I put in a complaint, and they called me, and because the internet was off and I have internet dialing, it's the only way I have any signal on this cliff. I live on a cliff, so it kept getting cut off, and he closed the case after agreeing to send me a disc thing that gives you unbreakable internet, which is a lie. It doesn't work. Anyway, he never went into the fact, because I said that I felt that I should receive compensation because it's my livelihood after all, and I've got my shop which is online, and YouTube which is online. Can't work, can't get paid, can you? So I mentioned that, and they completely and utterly ignored that part of it. And at the very least, they should reimburse everybody's monthly charge. But they have done absolutely nothing and announced nothing. So I think I will be saying, hang on a minute, I didn't close the case. So it's not closed. You haven't done this. So we'll see how I get on with it. Would be interested in the 3 cotton cakes if you decide to sell them. You can use it for rugs for your daughter's sun porch. Ah, you make a lot for your daughter. That's very nice, isn't it? I keep thinking I'm going to make all these bucket hats and give them to people, but I don't get them finished. Something happens and I don't like them. The other day, I had a bit of a crisis of myself. After I'd done something I didn't like again, I felt like I'm useless. Like everything I did is wrong, and I'm as, you know, where I had all this ability before, suddenly I don't anymore. You know, and I think I was just having a really bad day, and the internet situation was really getting to me as well. I felt totally like isolated and cut off from everybody in the world, basically. Well, not everybody in the world, you know. I couldn't even make a phone call. That was the annoying thing. Everyone that I tried to call, it would just start cutting out, and then it would go like, make them sound like they were underwater, and then cut me off. So I couldn't even call to complain about my phone, mobile phone internet, which is appalling. Now I have two SIM cards. I've got one with Sky Mobile, which is fairly new, and I use the O2 network. And I have one which is a SIM only deal, and it's a really cheap one, I couldn't resist it, with Smarty Mobile. And thank goodness that I do have that one, because they both use O2. They're both iPhones. They're both fairly newish. One's a 12 and one's a 14. But one, I could actually connect and upload my videos, and the other one I could do nothing, absolutely nothing. And I had to piggyback the actual contract phone off my Smarty Mobile to do anything at all. So just absolutely useless, totally useless. So every time I tried to get in touch with them, I couldn't, because I couldn't do an online chat because I had no online. I couldn't phone them. I couldn't even email them or text them. It was just ridiculously frustrating. So I will get in touch with them because I'm paying for the mobile. I've got one for me, one for Gary, under contract, and I don't see why I should. I should go and get another Smarty Mobile. It works so much better. You know, what's the point of having these contracts and paying for a service that they said, oh, you know, any of the data that you don't use, it'll go in your piggy bank, and then you can give it to Gary or use it yourself when you need it. Well, when I really needed it, I couldn't access it because it was so bad. So what is the good of it? I had sufficient really for the length of time with the Smarty Mobile, and for the money I'm paying to Sky, I could have even more. I could have unlimited Smarty Mobile. So, you know, I feel like I've got some serious complaining to do in the next few days, really. Hi Tracy, that's 3 of us now. A trifecta of Tracys. Whoa. Good to see you. Interweb, I know I call it that. I've been calling it that all week. Oh, that blessed interweb. I don't know. Just noticed your new yarn for your new project next to my head. This one? That one. You like making stuff for her because she likes it and uses it. That's always a good thing. I mean, I've made lots of things for people, and apart from baby blankets, I can't say that anything else that I would make would get used. You know, nothing else I don't think would get used. Victoria has in the past. I used to make her hats and scarves, and she always wears them. And Gemma, although Tyler always steals hers because he thinks anything that's crocheted belongs to him, regardless of whether it's a pink scarf I make for Gemma. He just thinks it's his, and he just hoards all of the crochet. He loves it. Bought a new house last Christmas, and she's certified corrections officer. And she's your baby. Ah, I was the baby. I was Mum's baby. And she always told everybody that. This is my baby. And I'd be like 40, you know. Mum. But no, she did it anyway. Yeah, that yarn next to my head, it's either this one or it's this one. That's a good little pointer, isn't it? But this one I will stock soon. I have yarn similar to it already, but I will be stocking it soon. And this one, I've kind of been thinking of uploading it. There's only, and I've got some purple as well. Got a couple of purples, but I wouldn't know what to charge for it. I got it. I don't even know what brand it is because I got it in a Black Friday sale. And I liked it a lot. So I was thinking of uploading it, because at the time I thought, what can I use that for? What can I make with that? And you never know. Might use it. Might upload it. I haven't really thought about that, to be honest. But oh, it's so hot in here. I probably look really, really pink. I've got a burnt nose. See there, this bit here. I went out the garden the other day. I had the sun, and I slather on like factor 50. I'm really kind of paranoid about slathering on the factor 50. I never used to be so hot on it when I was younger, although I always did use it. But I would, you know, 30, 15, then drop to 15 or 10. You know, I'll just be putting that on, and when I went out, so I didn't burn to a crisp. There would be the odd occasion I'd forget and I'd burn to a crisp. Or I'd end up with a little burnt forehead or a nose. Well, I've been using Dermatica, which is a retinol, you know. So you've really got to watch it. You've got to watch the sun and not. So I've got a hat. I will show you the hat next time. It's crocheted, but it's not I bought it from Marks and Spencer, you know, it's not crocheted by me. It's really sturdy kind of raffia. And it's a nice hat though, keeps the sun off your forehead and nose, and it's perfectly fine. So I sit in the garden with my back to the sun, you know, and on my egg chair, so not much gets on me, and if it does, it's on my arm, and I've factored up anyway. Well, the other day I was I don't know, I must have been out there for a little while or doing something with Gary out there, and I didn't put any on, and suddenly I had this sore on my nose which I couldn't figure out why, and it's been peeling and sore ever since. I've got like a sunburnt nose, like a real burn. I suppose it's because that particular time I was out there I didn't have the factor on. That'll teach me, but I'll make sure I do in future. The yellow one on my right, that one. that one looks like Hobby. Good morning, Charlie from Vancouver Island. Welcome. Don't forget the thummies, guys. Well, I will be stocking that. I like the blue as well. The blue is absolutely gorgeous. And this one is like a mauve blue and kind of, oh, if I can get it. Oh, pretty. Pretty. It's pretty. And it smells like yarn. It's gorgeousness. And this one, look at that. Scrumptious! Oh my God. But yeah, watch this space. I will be getting it. In fact, I'm going to possibly get 2 different ones. It is very, very pretty. Oh, wow. I am so hot. Unbelievable. Cheers. Got my water. How healthy is that? I've been trying not to drink too much tea because it's been really hot as well, and they used to say that if you drank tea it would cool you down, but now they don't. I always thought it was it always makes me get hot and bothered, you know, so I was like, have a nice cup of tea, it will cool you down. It's like, how? You're putting hot liquid in your body, you know, just saying. So I haven't been around for about a week, and I have no idea what's going on in the crochet world. I don't know who's doing what to who. I don't mean that, but you know, I don't know nothing. I know nothing about how people are, what's the story with everything. I know nothing. I know nothing about any crochet alongs, nothing about any newsworthiness. I know nothing. Couldn't watch a sausage. Seriously, not anything. I thought you meant I was very pretty for a minute. I'm just kidding with you. See my first bit of merch? Look at that. Merch. Crochet Rocks. Merch. So yeah, I've got my first piece of merch. I will be adding to it as time goes. I can't get it all at once. Those days are gone. So I've got to get it gradual. So I think next I might go for a pen and, you know, maybe work up to maybe something like a t-shirt, a bag, hat. That's the usual suspects. But I think I might go for a pen next, something modest for my modest amount of money I've got to spend. Hey, Asia Joe. Just listening to the background and getting things done. That's cool. Good to see you. You have fair skin yourself and can relate to being burned and a peeling nose. Listen to my vlog and have coffee. Enjoy those on Crochet Rocks. Yay, Mary. That's cool. Thank you very much. Don't forget the thummies if you've just come in. God, I sound like I've got a patter, don't I, really? like a presenter with a putter. Yeah, right. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, merch. So next I might get things like pens, coasters, the things that don't cost like a lot per item, so I can get a bit and gradually add to it. Now, there used to be a merch shelf underneath videos, and I've never done that because I always figured you could just load your products onto your merch shelf, but no, you can't do that. You've got to go through someone like Teespring or Shopify or one of these things, and I have no idea what I'm doing with that. So unless somebody showed me, pointed me in the right direction and coaxed me through that, then I don't feel like it's going to get done. You know, just saying. I don't have the time for a start to devote to all that stuff. So I have my own shop, and I figured I would just get a bit of merch and put it in there. So I've uploaded them to hobbyrocks.co.uk. So that's where it will all go, unless I somehow get you know, clever very soon and learn how to do it. But I don't see that happening. Only caught the light today because the landlord likes to weed whack wet grass at 7:45. But I'm so glad you're here finally. Oh, hang on, weed whack wet grass. What's weed whack? Probably read that just too disjointedly, but I don't know what weed whack is. Sounds like fun. Whack a weed today. That yarn will be beautiful in teal colours. Your 3 granddaughters all love teal, and for your daughter it is beautiful. I love teal. I love blues. Like that one. Love blues. But teal and blue, yeah, they're both absolutely gorgeous. Love the new merch. Thank you very much, Tracy, and thank you, Tammy, for reminding everyone. Weed eating the grass. Oh, okay. Hi, Ollie Cat. Welcome. Don't forget the thummies, and thank you for the prompt. So yeah, it really kind of depends. If I could find a good merch supplier. The one that I've got is quite expensive, unfortunately, and I feel like there probably are more reasonable ones out there, but they are exceptional quality, so I guess you do get what you pay for. Handheld machine that knocks the grass down. Okay, I got you now. Weed whacking. Well, we have something called a strimmer, and that's like a twine that zooms round like this, and it chops it rather than knocks it down. It might be the similar sort of thing, but yeah, it kind of whizzes around and you get around your borders and stuff with it, like a strimmer. And then you get the lawn mower, which, you know, you cut the grass with and stuff. But yeah, I don't know, we don't have weed whackers that I'm aware of, unless it's a strimmer. Same thing. Okay, I think, you know, if it was called a weed whacker, I think it's a better name. Yeah. Don't you? Than a strimmer. You know. See, I think America's a far more fun place to live. You get to have a weed whacker. Not a strimmer. Very similar. Well, when Gary's out there with the strimmer next, I'm going to tell him there's weed whacking. But they are annoyingly annoying, aren't they? Zzz thing. Yeah, they do make a noise. But when I used to have this boyfriend before I met Gary, and I'd stay over with him in his flat, and it was in Sutton in Surrey, and it was very, very nice on the outskirts of London. It was Londonish, you know, and it was a lovely kind of courtyard where he was. So the flats went all the way around in a square. So you had this courtyard, and you had gardens out the front, and then in the courtyard you had more gardens, and they would keep them really, really nice. You have to pay a service charge, obviously, and they would come and do it. But the company they had these leaf blowers, and I would always get woken up by these blessed leaf blowers. And you think, what is the point of a leaf blower? A leaf sucker upper, you know, a hoover, a leaf hoover, I could understand it. But what are you just blowing them around, blowing them somewhere else, and you still got to pick them up? I could never get to the head round why there's leaf blowers. Stupid invention. And noisy. The stupidest, noisiest things you've ever heard in your life. You was getting a coffee. A Canadian is in weed whacking. It's usually a weed eater. We just call it a strimmer. We're boring in comparison. You have to get inside to work. Have enjoyed listening. Hope to catch you again in your next live next time. Thank you very much. Well, it's good to see you, and I will do lots more because I really do need these watch hours up on this channel. They are creeping up, but obviously when I first did Crochet Rocks, they didn't creep up, they zoomed up because I was on there all the time. But with this one, I don't have the chance to do that much. And I have got a playlist called All My Videos. That's what people are kind of watching to get my watch hours up for me, which is working a little bit with the live streaming, but obviously it really needs a bit more of a oomph. So yeah, I'm trying my best so that I will do. Now I've got internet, I will do more. And it's a shame I can't do them out in the Yarn van, because I thought with having Jeff's internet I could do that when Gary's in bed because he's working. I could go out there and do live streaming at night. Would be brilliant. So I wonder if I'll have to dig out that booster and see if we can get it to work. I can't imagine it working with two different kind of softwares, if you know what I mean. But it is only a booster at the end of the day, so you never know. I know it won't work with mine because mine's reached its limit, really. When I go to outside, it picks up the little disc that's in my bedroom until I get level with roughly my decking, and then it's gone. And I can't go any further than that with mine. That won't go any further than that. So yeah, sadly, that's it. Unless I try and put that one a bit further out, it might speak to mine. I don't think it does. I think it speaks to the main one, and then you know, move it further away. It won't relay, unfortunately. But it's sometimes I think, you know, maybe I'll just get a very long Ethernet cable and lay it all the way down, and then I could maybe go on do a live stream. But it wouldn't really work with my phone, I don't think. Only a laptop. I don't like going live on a laptop. Never have. What is the time? Oh, it's nearly time because Gary will be in any minute. It's been fun. I've really enjoyed getting back online and talking to everyone. Hubby hates those leaf blowers, thinks people are stupid who use them. Me too. Honestly, what is the point of that? I mean, you're just blowing it. Like I said, if it sucked it up, if it was a leaf sucker upper, like a giant leaf hoover, and it compacted them, so then you could grab the thing and put it in a compost heap, there'd be a point to it, you know? I know you could probably suck up more than just leaves that way, like dead rats or something. Not that we've got dead rats, but you know, when you're in a park and you're doing all that, you might. So it wouldn't be a good thing, I suppose. Well, they'd still biodegradable, aren't they, at the end of the day? But you know what I mean. It just seems crazy blowing a leaf. So I don't understand. Just don't. Mental people use those. Sorry if you use a leaf blower. Of course you're not mental. I'm not really. Careful what I say. But you know what I mean. It is weird, isn't it? It's like, oh look, there's some leaves that blow around in the wind and annoy us. What do I do with that? Oh yeah, I think I might blow it. Come on. What a thing to talk about. I'm going to have a cup of water. Calm down. Been very chesty today, and I know why. I've been forgetting my inhaler, and I got new ones given me, and they are combined, preventer and the other thing. So you're only meant to use them twice a day, like 12 hours apart, and then that gives you protection all the time. And for once, I was actually remembering to do it, and I was getting better. And then all of a sudden, guess what? With all this internet kerfuffle, I forgot. And last night I was like, hee, started wheezing, and I thought, what's going on? So I never usually wheeze, which is why I forget ordinarily to do it. But where I've been using them, I've been so much better. and I really need to kind of remember. Anyway, I'm going to get off now because I hear Gary's car pulling up and I have to do the dinner. So thank you for coming and spending some time with me. I've really enjoyed it. I'm glad I'm back on the internet and able to do it. I will do another one in a day or so's time, so watch out for that. And I'll see you soon. Thanks for keeping me company. Bye for now.